Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. West Bromwich Albion career mode part 28, and we got another Europa League fixture for you today. We're starting off against Sturm Graz. This is the lineup we're going with today. I think only 3 games in this episode today. Saido Berahino leads the line. Sobi, Leko and Matt Phillips are the front, well, the midfield attacking 3, I guess. Gorkuf and Jakub make up the final five. Well, make up the 5 of midfield. I can't get my words out. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Let's try and improve dialogue for this episode. But we're starting off on the attack, only 8 minutes in. Jakub plays it across to Gorkov. He lets off a strike from just outside the box. I've been struggling recently a little bit to create clear-cut chances. I don't know what it is. It just feels a little. It feels a little bit harder. I don't know what's going on, but I've been struggling a little bit. Maybe I need to change up the tactics. So we resorted to shooting from range a little bit there. Gorkov getting a shot outside the box, straight down the throat of the keeper, forcing him to punch it over. Ramadan Sobi this time pulling it back to Jonathan Leko though, and his volley was just not caught cleanly. It wasn't a good connection. He's ended up volleying it straight into the ground. Ended up bouncing over the bar, but at least early on we're creating a few chances, getting a few shots on goal. It's the 20th minute before we create our next chance. Jonathan Leko finds Davide Santon. He plays it back inside to Leko, who plays it inside to Berahino, across to Ramadan Sobi, and he finishes the ball well after a very good move with some good passing play. Leko, Santon, Berahino all involved before it actually makes its way to Ramadan Sobi, who left foot volleys it into the bottom corner. It's a really good finish as well from the Egyptian, but the way we've worked the ball across well, we've worked our man advantage well. We've had 1 man extra on the attack. We've ended up using all of them to work it across the box, and Sobi gets himself a goal in the Europa League, puts us 1-0 up in this, which we deserve after dominating for the most part. But Sturm Graz came back. Stankovic getting a shot from outside the box, forcing Ben Foster into a really good save, pushing it just wide of the post. They didn't create an awful lot of chances, but they created a good one right there with a shot from just on the edge of the box. They didn't get too many men forward, but if you're able to get shots on target, that's all that matters. Matt Phillips bursting down the right hand side now, using his pace, ending up getting inside the box, trying to drive it low, and that's a really good save from the keeper. A lot into the second half now. Jan Gorkov had a run to the left there, which I'm only just noticing. Jonathan Leko had a run right in front of him, which I'm just noticing, but he took a shot from range, which wasn't too far over, to be honest. It wasn't the worst shot in the world, but it wasn't on target, and that's all that matters. Sturm Graz this time playing a nice through ball in. They've got all the time in the world to take this shot, and it's a really good save from Ben Foster before Reece James makes a vital clearance to get it away. Sturm Graz again this time playing into Idawomi. He turns his man Timo Lasher, and he buries the ball into the back of the net with 20 minutes left to play, pulls them level, and can I say they deserve it? I guess they created a few chances, not too many. I feel like we were dominant in this game, but that turn right there, he showed the ball to Lasher. I thought, yeah, I could definitely win the ball right here. Went in for the tackle, and he just span around him like an absolute punk. I don't know why we're using the Premier League ball in the Europa League. I'm not too sure. I have it on default, but is what it is. Ramadan Sobi this time playing a beautiful back heel pass into Claudio Jakub, giving us the chance to get back in the lead before the ball is actually cleared out, and that was a final chance. What a goal that would have been. That back heel from Sobi finding Claudio Jakub. That's why I don't want Jakub coming forward. That's why I have him set to stay back while attacking, because I just don't want him in them positions. I'd much rather have someone like, well, anyone else basically. Anyone but Jakub I'd rather have in that position. He couldn't finish. We dropped another 2 points in the Europa League, this time against Sturm Graz. And that is I believe that's our 4th game in the group stages, and that's our 3rd draw. So we really need to pick it up and start getting wins if we want to qualify, first of all, and if we want to get the first position in the group. We now have a Premier League game against Norwich City, who are sitting bottom of the Premier League right here with only 2 points from their first 10 games, you can see right here. So we should be getting nothing but 3 points from this game. Not anything less than 3 points is unacceptable from a team who's only got 2 points in the table so far. For us to give them any more is unacceptable. Nasser Chadli started to create the first chance right here. Just skips past his man on the edge of the box, takes a shot from range, and that one is so close right there. Nasser Chadli just, the twinkle toes right there to get around his man. Look at it, just skips around him, gets the space, and tries to bend one into that far post, and that's really close. It's a lot closer than it actually looked at first, I guess. Almost, it looked to me like it was going in when it happened. It's Chadli again down left hand side creating space, trying to finesse one into the far post, can't get it on target. 18 minutes in, we're actually creating a few chances right now. Loose pass. Whittaker decides to pass it back to the keeper, and I don't know what Norwich. I don't know what the keeper is doing right there. Fair enough for Whittaker to play it back to the keeper there. Keeper just needs to boot it away. I don't know why in a million years he even took a touch. But then after he took a touch, he just let Berahino go and take the ball. I don't know, what's he doing with his arms? I don't know, he threw up gang signs to Berahino before Berahino tackled him. He said, come, bruh, take the ball if you're bad. But then Cameron Jerome on the other end just going on a maze run through the back four and squaring it across, and gets Norwich back into the game straight away. But to be honest, we scored about the 20th minute, I think. You see, after all the celebrations and that, they probably took kickoff around 22 minutes. They've scored in the 23rd. Cameron Jerome running through our defenders like they're not even there. And now we have to again get the lead in this game. Like I said, anything less than a win in this match against Norwich is unacceptable. So we need to get back into it. Cameron Jerome again with another chance. Jakob giving it away this time. Howson finds Jerome back to Howson, and his shot forces a save out of Ben Foster to push wide of the post. We really need to get something going because a draw is not acceptable in this. Goku finds Nolan Rue. He's got Chadley inside who he's going to find. And Chadley with a shot first time, forcing a good save out of McGovern. Kind of redeeming himself for the first goal. You can't redeem yourself for the first goal. That simply shouldn't have happened. It's a really good save from the keeper, but that first goal, he knows what he did. Never should have happened. We're back on the attack now. Nolan Rue finds Chadley. He's got a man to the right, but he decides not to use him. And he forces a good save again out of McGovern. Probably should have found the back of the net from that situation. We're running out of time now. 15 minutes to go. And we're still drawing with the bottom of the table side. We really need to step up and make something happen. We've got a corner, a chance to do it right here. It's going to be whipped in from Nasser Chad. Oh, it's Mudayin who whips it in. He finds Berahino who hits the crossbar, and somehow that one didn't cross the line. I don't know how that is not deemed to be in the back of the net. Mo Bezic this time finding Berahino into Mo Bezic. He's got a man in the middle. Nolan Rue this time. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And Nolan Rue gives us the lead in this game. Finally, we have put ourselves back in the lead with 10 minutes left to go. We were banging on the Norwich door, banging on it like Negan, saying, let me in. Can't wait for next week's episode of The Walking Dead, but we shouldn't even be talking about The Walking Dead because that's not even what's important. But regardless, Nolan Rue smashing us into the lead, and that one right there will give us all 3 points in this game. Big goal right there. He stepped up, scoring a few goals this season, not scored as many as I would want him to maybe, but he's getting goals, so that's all that matters. I mean, it might take some time for him to settle in. We'll give him that time. We'll give him that time. And we're into the third and final game of this episode, which is against Watford. Obviously, they're going to have to be tougher than the match against Norwich because bottom of the table, they're still stuck with 2 points after 11 games. Watford have a pretty good side. Players like Igalo in there, Troy Deeney, who didn't start in this match. Players like Jan Maat, some solid players. Pereira, obviously. Real good players. I think they made a signing in this transfer window as well. Another really top player. I can't actually remember who it is. But they get the first chance of the game right here. I think it's Igalo who slid through. Yeah, it is. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And really should be doing much better than that. 8 minutes before the first chance. Igalo's been slid through with all kinds of space. Caught the defense napping with a high line. I like to play a high line in this game. I like to play a really high line in this game. I like to press the opposition as much as possible, but then you give up chances like that from time to time. Nolan Rue doing brilliant, dropping the shoulder, absolutely just leaving. I didn't even know he had agility like that to just drop the shoulder, cut inside, and he bent a beautiful shot right here, which just didn't curl enough. It just didn't have enough on it to get into that far post. Still pushing though for the first goal. Chadley gets the ball on the left-hand side. He finds Reece James. Good first touch. Beautiful delivery to the back post. And Mo Bezic is there to get himself his first Premier League goal for West Bromwich Albion. 2 of his 3 goals for the team has been from headers, from close range. All 3 of them have been from past the penalty spot. So he's a bit of the close range master, Mo Bezic, getting it to go. Getting us the lead in this Premier League game. It's a really well-worked goal as well, to be honest. Patient build-up. Chadley finding Reece James, and that's probably cross of the series right here to put the ball on Mo Bezic's head. You can see right here, first goal in the Premier League for him. Both of his goals previously coming in cup competition. Nice ball played out wide, however. Juan Fran. It seems like whenever we score, we concede instantly right after, and I'm not happy with that. We need to fix that and sort it out. It's like we go to sleep after we score. You're most vulnerable after you score your goal, is the saying. But I mean, crossing has always been my weakness, and it seems to come back and bite me again. 62 minutes in, Bayrami coming down the left-hand side. He's going to be able to get a cross in right in front of the keeper, and the game's just flipped on his head now out of nowhere. We've been 1-0 up, flipped down. Igalo gets the goal, runs in front of the keeper. Ben Foster should be there. I mean, I don't know about you. Tell me if I'm being harsh, but there's no way in a million years that should be a goal. Ben Foster, he's right in front of Ben Foster when he strikes it. All Ben Foster needs to do is just throw himself at it, just smother the shot, but he doesn't. We've been denied right there by Munayin. Nolan Rue this time trying to create. Munayin, he's going to find Nolan Rue again. He squares it to Nasser Chadli on his left foot, and he draws us level in this game. The brilliant Belgian has been outstanding for so much of this series, and again he scores yet another goal, his 5th of the season, and it's a beautiful finish. How many goals have we seen him score from that left side with his left foot just across the keeper? That's a brilliant finish off the post as well, driving it past the side of Pantilimon. A cross body attempt, a cross body shot right across Pantilimon. It's a beautiful finish inside the post. Nasser Chadli pulls us level, but now we're looking to get ourselves the win. Davide Santon, he plays it inside to Zelalem, getting in on the game. Referee gets in the way, but Bez is just about able to square it to James, who plays it to Chadli. And again, another identical finish almost. Nasser Chadli with the left foot, smashing it across the keeper. And that one, I'm pretty sure that one was in off the post as well, just like the other one. Nasser Chadli with 4 minutes of regular time to play has beaten Pantilimon again. And what a game this is turning out to be. Goals galore. The game, the lead changing hands over and over again. That one didn't go in off the post, but it was close enough as Nasser Chadli registers his 6th goal in the Premier League to get us in front. 6th goal in the league to get us in the lead. Decore, the scorer of the second, finds Igalo, however. And 88 minutes on the clock, he smashes a worldie into the top corner. And after, I mean, we've gone 1-0 up, we've been pulled back to 1-0. Watford have gone 2-1 up, we've pulled him back to 2-2, we've gone 3-1 up, then pulled it back to 3-3. Just goals, the lead changing hands over and over again. Igalo with a great strike. Defending was poor for both sides, to be honest. And especially with having the lead, you think they'd want to hold it. But Igalo, while Chadli gets his 6th goal in the league, Igalo getting his 8th of the league, been scoring goals for fun, obviously. Reece James gets an amazing rating right there, stepping up. But at the end of the episode, despite dropping points, we are 5th, and I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Our objective is to finish in the EuroLeague position. We're sitting there right now. Obviously, we've got a lot of teams quite close to us with Arsenal, Leicester, Southampton and Liverpool, all within a point of us. But I really think we could finish in the Europa League, maybe even a Champions League position this season. If we could get in some decent signings in January, maybe we can even push for a title. If we're around that title position in January, if we get some good signings in, we could push for the title this season. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you return for the next. Bye.